Just because Dokkan's World Tournament gives you a negative brain cell count on top of actually taking multiple years off of your life doesn't mean that there aren't rewards actually worth grinding for. And specifically, I'm talking about Dragon Stones, because for the next month and a half, there's going to be a lot of hype and a lot of banners dropping on Global, and if you want to summon, you're going to need stones. And for those who can't spend a lot of money or are completely free to play, these types of videos where I'm showing you how you can farm up every single free-to-play Dragonstone are going to become very valuable for you, I could imagine. So I'm giving you all the information. If you don't want to, use it, that's on you, but I'm doing what I have to do. I'm looking out for you. But really quick, for today's subscriber challenge, before we actually hop into this video, if you didn't participate at all in the last Dokkan World Tournament at all, not even a single fight, you got caught lacking today, you gotta subscribe to the channel. It is what it is. Listen, I understand that the grind is annoying. I get that. I get it. But again, there's a lot of things here that, especially Dragonstones, that are at least worth the grind. Now, if you did participate at least just one fight, you can skip today's subscriber challenge. Let's move on with today's video. Starting off with the local bracket. Now, I understand that getting first place is pretty hard. Because there's some brackets I've seen, and I've been a part of some very sweaty local ranking brackets where first place literally on day one has like 200-300 million points. So I get it. Okay, I have been that person as well, but as long as you get top 10, you're going to get at least one Dragonstone. But keep in mind that, you're probably spending Dragonstones to actually get this high in the first place, unless you've been listening to me and you've been saving your meat, not for November purposes, obviously, but I'm saying more so for the fact of using meat as energy during, I guess I should say, so that when the world tournament actually drops, every single time you need to refresh your stamina, you use the meat that you've been saving instead of actual Dragonstones. So that way, you don't actually end up spending any Dragonstones on stamina. So just keep that in mind for the future, maybe. But if you do end up getting, first place, you do get 7 Dragonstones. I'm going to go ahead and add 7 right here. I know it's not going to be extremely likely for everyone. You know what? Let me do 1 Dragonstone. I'll say 1, because again, at top 10 at least. Come on, right? And then when it comes to the wins here, it's 2 Dragonstone here, or 2 Dragonstones, I should say. 5 Dragonstones, and that is pretty much it in terms of wins. So all you really need to do is just get 5 wins, and you're pretty good to go. Go ahead and add 5 right there. Let's go ahead and continue here. So tier, we have 1, 2, 5, and 10. So 12 Dragonstones when it comes to the tier missions, and all you really need to do when it comes to tier missions, just continue winning over and over again. I don't know how many wins it takes to get to the the Beerus tier, so you might need a little more, honestly, than 5 wins. But I feel like at the end of the day, you should try to go for 20 wins. I think 20 wins will get you, obviously, Beerus tier. It might solidify you top 10, again, just depending on how sweaty your local bracket is. But in terms of tiers, there's 12 Dragonstones right here. Let's go ahead and add 12 right there. And boom, we have 18 Dragonstones so far. In terms of the score, so as long as you get a total of 30 million points, you're looking at 3, 5, 8, 10, 13, 14, 15 Dragonstones, as if you can get 30 million points. Can 20 will 20 wins in a row get you 30 million points? I don't even know, to be honest. The reason why I don't really know is because even though I grind World Tournament usually all the time, it's just sometimes I end up losing because I'm not really paying attention. So I haven't really been able to calculate or see how many wins 20 points gets. And it's also, I guess, notable to say, or I guess I should say, that the first few wins you get aren't even going to be on the highest difficulty, because for whatever reason, Dokkan likes to reset everyone's difficulty. I don't know why they do that. It should just be whatever you were at last time. It is what it is anyways. So again, 15 stones right here when it comes to the score missions. Let's go ahead and add 15. And we're at 33 Dragonstones so far. So again, quick recap. Go ahead and get at least 20 million points. 20 million points for those 15 Dragonstones. Reach Beerus tier for the 12. and try and win as much as you can, at least 5 times to get all these stones here. All right, next in terms of, we have row missions. So if you can win 20 in a row, actually it's only 15 in a row. It's 5, 7, and 8. 8 dragon stones for winning 15 world tournaments in a row. So I would just say pop those ghost ushers, and in case you don't end up that way, you don't end up dying, or maybe just stick to the first difficulty, because you can still do all of this in the very first difficulty of world. It's just, it has to happen in world tournament. So as long as you can win 15 times in a row, again, 5 stones, 8 stones in total. Let's go ahead and add 8. We're at 41 dragon stones, and then we have some extra missions here. Advance to the semifinals. That's 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. Okay, so 4 dragons. Let's see. Okay, cool. So one of them is just advance to quarterfinals, advance to semifinals, win once. So that's literally part. Yeah, it's not too difficult to do that. And then win 2 times is very easy. And then win 3 times is, again, very, very easy. And once you do these, you're also going to be taking care of some of these other missions as well. So just keep that in mind. But in total here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 dragon stones. So in total, you're looking at about 45 dragon stones from world tournament, almost a multi, which is honestly pretty good. And you can easily complete all of these missions in one day, right? Just dedicate a few hours to grinding as much, world tournament as possible. I guess in a few hours, if you can dedicate or do the highest difficulty. If you can't, it might take you a little bit longer, but it's still 100% worth the grind. I highly recommend at least you get these 45 dragon stones, which again could also be a little higher if you place a little bit higher in your local ranking as well. So keep that in mind, because if you place second or third place, I can add 2 dragons on the top of this because I already added 1 here, right? So this would technically be 3 minus 1, which is 2. And in first place, I can add another 6 dragon stones if you get it, which could be over 50 dragons. So there's a potential of over, basically, World Tournament could literally give you a free multi if you're willing to grind. If not, then minimum pretty close to a multi, around 45 dragon stones. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you enjoyed this fairly quick video. And again, please at least get this done. And I will do it on stream. So that way you can grind it alongside with me if you would like. And yeah, we can get everything done around that time. And then after you finish all the missions, just feel free to just, who cares about World Tournament at that point, right? Now, I mean, if you're a crackhead like me, we might end up grinding a little higher, you do what you gotta do. But if you're not, please don't. If you don't do it, okay? All right. Hopefully you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.